to Mesquite to confront this administration breaking multiple state laws, causing major disturbance to a family. I think we grew up this way. So we're going to confront them, tell them they're breaking the law. And if they don't comply with the law, we're going to call the sheriff and ask for them to be arrested. If necessary, we'll do a citizen's arrest. Because these people who are supposed to be public servants can't just take the law into their own hands and think that they can just step all over parental rights. The Attorney General made it quite clear, as did the governor, that you can't quarantine healthy children. That's denying them an education. It's creating fear. It's imposing on the lives of parents who have to work. I'll show you what Frank's holding here.
My girlfriend might be on right now.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Here, I'll show you. Law enforcement zip ties.
Okay, so we're going to break down all the details of this. At the core of it, though, I just want to point out that they are marching, making the case. How can they take the law to their own hands as they're going to zip tie a school principal for breaking laws that they never cite? They never say what laws are being broken. But anyway, the person filming that is Kelly Walker, who owns a Viva coffee shop in Tucson. Just bear that in mind. Live streamed the incident on his business's Instagram account. Because if you get lattes there, you want to watch him zip tie a dude, I guess. Anyway, he's going because the school is making a kid quarantine. Now, bear in mind, the kid that is going to quarantine is not his kid. He doesn't have kids that go to that school.
This is like Matt Walsh being like, I'm going down to that school board meeting. And I'm gonna tell them they can't quarantine my kid, and not my kid because I homeschool my kid, but kids because I'm bored. Guys, you don't understand. And my favorite part is Frank. Frank's like, no, I'm willing to zip tie the guy, but I'd rather not have anyone know that I was involved in it. Shouldn't that be an indicator that you're doing something bad? Yeah, that you don't want your face to be affiliated with it. Like, he wants to wear like a metaphorical mask. He wants to be masked from the public eye when he goes and does this kind of stuff, which is hilariously ironic that he wants to wear a mask.
Totally.
It's so stupid. These guys going down there and doing it. You don't understand what this is all about. He needs to understand that when folks on Facebook spread like ivermectin conspiracy nonsense, it's not for you to then go do anything about it. They're doing it so you can complain. And I know that in this world, there's less stuff to just like complain about. Like there's not that person at the office. There's not the person at the mall who's parking weird, or like it's you're at home with your family and you feel bad about complaining about your own family because you're supposed to theoretically love them. But it's very obvious. He's talking about this burden. Now he can't take his kids to school to get the hell out of the house anymore. Like that's the obvious reason. They're going crazy, and I understand, but Bud, we're all going crazy. Yeah. All of us are going crazy. You're gonna have to be a man and deal with it. Like your grandfather had to go to war. You have to go into another room when your kid's having class on Zoom. Get over it.
It's comparable. Anyway, the guy claims at some point in the video, I'm a scientist who wrote about COVID for doctors and dentists all over the country. I don't even know what that means. Like individual dentists don't have scientists that work for them and write up COVIDs. That's not how anything works. It's also no evidence that he's a scientist, but I don't know, the first sign was that they think that like you have your own staff scientist who just does reports for you. That's not how it works.
No, do you need barista? Like you go to a coffee shop, he's like, yeah, there's like used in AeroPress, which like they'll tell you exactly what degree to pour the water in. Like that is not science.
Yeah. You being like the brewmaster isn't a doctoral level pursuit thing. It's admirable. Doing those designs, I can't do them, and I was a barista, but it's not the same thing really. Anyway, the police eventually came. We don't know if they're gonna press charges, but we're just throwing this video out there to remind you again that all of this, there's always lurking, sometimes a little bit hidden, sometimes very explicit. They want violence. They definitely want to see it, and more of them want to be a part of it.
They're the Taliban.
Anyway, yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's maybe the timeline's a bit off a little bit. Same thing.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.